Live in five, four, three, two, one. Yo, yo, ladies and gentlemen, what is good? We are back. The Triangle Offense is back in the building with another Throwback Thursday episode. And we got a special feature here today for the people. And as always, the Triangle Offense consists of the trio, the squad. And as always, you got me, man, your boy Frost. And can't do it without the squad.
What's good, bro? You know it's your boy Holmesy the line cook.
I can't, bro. Holmesy the line cook. I don't even want to know.
You know, man.
Oh man, I can't, bro. Shout out to Bill Billy Paycheck, man. You all right? You all right, bro? Holmesy the line cook, man. That's gonna be one of the ones I remember for sure. And as always, man, shout out to our producer Q, man, holding it down, taking care of the logistics. We would not be live with live video here tonight if it wasn't for the homie taking care of business as always, man.
Yes,
But
sir.
nonetheless, I don't know if y'all know much about us, man, but one thing we do is, man, we are from the 614, capital city, Columbus, Ohio. And we'll use this Throwback Thursday episode to take care of one of our home, man. Dedicated to the one of the best shooters, man, in the league historically, man. Michael Redd, former star player for the Milwaukee Bucks and former Ohio State standout. And before we get into it, man, I just want to shout out, man, this dude, man, obviously a legend here locally, here in Columbus, man. I just remember like watching this guy, man, from his days at West High School, man, taking off and doing this thing, and, doing this thing at Ohio State, and then just showing that even though he fell like that low in the second round, man, just being still like evolving to like an all star, man. This dude was like he literally came up started from the bottom and got it, bro.
We might got started back.
Anything when they start back?
Where's that playing from?
That's in the background.
I can
No,
hear
we just hear
you,
the
but we can
background.
hear
We
that
just hear the
echo going crazy.
echo. It's good. It's all good.
All right.
All right, resuming. Three, two, one. But yeah, man, like with Mike, man, biggest thing, man, like this dude, like just from falling down to, that low in the second round, which I always thought that was disrespectful. Even when it happened, I thought it was disrespectful, man. Uh,
Facts.
this dude, he was a beast at Ohio State, man. We all know that. Him and Scooney Penn took Ohio State to the Final Four, man. He was clearly one of the best scorers in the country. I still
Yeah.
can't process how he fell that low in the draft, though.
It's insane, bro. I can't either, bro. But then again, you remember when he got drafted, they ended up sending him overseas, and
Hmm.
then he came back even doper. So I don't know what they thought was going on, but I guess it worked out for the best because he ended up torching shit.
Hmm.
He ended up an all star. He ended up a gold medalist.
Yeah.
So man, you know what I mean? Salute Mike Red, bro.
For sure. And here's the scary part about it, bro. Like anytime you go back and you look at a lot of like how they be hypothetically doing like those redrafts and all that stuff,
Yeah,
everything has him going like top five, even in some rare cases going number one overall in some rare cases, man. Cause like he's one of the few, I don't even know, like maybe possibly the only all-star out that draft. Um I can't remember if him and Gilbert Arenas got drafted in the same class. And I'll have to go back and check. But he's one of like
man.
the few all stars in that class in general, and he fell to the second round, bro. Like I
Bro,
understand. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say if him and Gilbert was in the same draft class, then that means they was super fucking up.
Hmm.
To miss them two, both of them, that's craziness. But what was you saying?
No, I was just saying, man. It's crazy. Like, but that's why I be telling people like this is how bad you can miss in the draft, man. Like they be talking about the analytics and the scouting and all that stuff, man. Like it's just wild. Like that's how badly you can miss in the draft, man. Like you miss out on a talent like this. But my thing is it wasn't like he was a hidden secret. Again, this dude was a dynamo at Ohio State. Like he was a true standout.
For real.
You know what I mean? And like, no disrespect to the Kenyon Martins, the Mike Millers of the world, but like, listen to some of these names that got drafted ahead of my boy, bro. Like Darius Miles, Marcus
Yikes.
Pfizer. You know, I can understand even the Jamal Crawford going ahead of him. I mean, because Jamal Crawford hung around for a while. You know what I mean? And was
He's a
always like an
monster.
impact player, monster player, right? Even Desmond Mason, you know, Hito Turkoglu, Quentin Richardson. I mean, there's a couple of guys I understood, but like Mo Peterson, Sean Stevenson, like what
It's
did
crazy.
Marco Yarick? Like, come on, bro. Eddie House, like it
Whoa.
I don't know, bro. Makes no sense to me, man. It just didn't make sense.
At
And I
all.
can and I can confirm now Gilbert I think actually went that very next year in the 2001 draft. But I just remember this was like one of the most historically bad drafts. And for my dude to be one of the few all stars, and which he actually, as I'm looking through this Joker, he might be the only all star. Because I don't think Kenyon Martin made one, and I'm not seeing anybody. I'm seeing like some good contributors. I'm not seeing no big time role players, bro.
It's freaking crazy, bro.
Yeah. I'm like, all right,
Especially
cool.
being from O State, which is a prestigious school, and being the
Mhm.
MVP at that school. And like you said, taking them to the Final Four, like, damn, bro. They really missed.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, bro. And like he was a monster, dog. Like it just doesn't make any sense, man. Like how much of a beast he was, dog. Like in as far as like shooting guards goes, I know he's specified as a shooter, but it's not like he wasn't lacking on size. You know, 6'6", 215,
Yeah,
solid, ridiculously quick jump shot, you know, lefty. You know, I know he wasn't the best defender, but I mean, ain't too many guys I would throw ahead of him back during that stretch when he really called his hit his stride necessarily either. You
for
know what I
real.
mean? But
And then, man, bro, 19 points a game is what Google is saying he averaged, bro. And I
career
remember
average.
him being that nice, bro. He just
Mm-hmm.
used to torch shit. And it would be out of nowhere for real.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And like you said, he would just come out of nowhere and just be like, you know, like stroking pause. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Like, and I hate the fact that he's one of those unfortunate cases. Like, I think his career could have went farther if he didn't have those ACL injuries. Like, you know,
Yes, sir.
right after he got cashed out by Milwaukee and, you know, was starting to put in work. Like, I remember they drafted Brandon Jennings, and even though I know Jennings fizzled out relatively quickly, but that would have been nice to see, you know, him up there with some legit help for a hot second. I know he
Yeah,
had Mo Williams for like, you know, a season or two until he went to Cleveland. But man, it would have been nice to see him with some legit help
for
up there in
real.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, he wasn't a part of any great teams, man, but he was cooking, bro. And then
Mhm.
just again, just to talk about how much he meant to Columbus, bro. I saw him on two separate occasions. The first occasion was right after he got drafted.
Mhm.
Um, he was at the Worthington Summer League. I think I told this story before.
Yeah, I've heard
Ruben
people talking about.
Patterson spazzed on him, bro. Like he even
Mhm.
like stole the ball through Mike Red's legs and went on a fast break and banged it. Like it was going crazy. He was going crazy, man. That was one, and that might have been a low light, but the other one was a highlight, bro. The Puerto Rican Day for festival, bro, downtown back when we was in high school. That shit used to be the dopest shit in the world. Thought I was
Classic.
fly.
Mhm.
Thought I was fly barring KO's Dominique throwback. This
Shout out to
nigga
our homie
pulled up.
KO, man.
This nigga pulled up in a nasty whip on some nasty rims and a Oscar Robinson with mad ice. Oh, killed everybody, bro. That shit was insane.
Hey man, got respect to get the boy, man. You know what I'm saying? He was like you said, straight legend, man. By
Yes,
far
sir.
one of the best players to come out of Columbus, man, in general. You know, that wound up going all the way and really being like
For
that's a true success story. Um, and like I said, I can't speak enough, man. Like I know when he first got to Milwaukee, like he was drafted, I guess, in their eyes as a project player. You know what I'm saying? Like I know when he
facts.
first got there, he was playing behind Ray Allen and Sam Cassell in that backcourt. But like, damn, bro, like it just I still can't process. This dude was a killer in college. And he falls to this. Him and Scooney Penn, bro, they both felt like I mean, I know Scooney never played officially for Atlanta, but
Yeah.
damn, like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, crazy, crazy.
Super crazy, man. He could have been. It would have been a totally different story just because in that era to be dope and average 19 for your career. Think about that. He's in these highlights. He's playing against Kobe. You know he's seeing T Mac, all those dope people at your position every night, bro.
I mean, Vince Carter, Jason Richardson.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
seeing some. That's that story. That era was loaded with shoot Ray
Dog.
Allen too. You know what I'm saying? Like once he left and went to Seattle and all that. But yeah, he saw some elite competition during that stretch.
And still put in numbers, man. That shit is
Mhm.
crazy.
Still putting in work, bro. Like you couldn't guard. Like bottom line, bro, that shot was damn near unguardable, bro. Like it's tough
Fact.
enough guarding a lefty, bro. But then like that quick of a release, and he can pull it off the dribble too.
It's
Like
insane.
like I know there's this one highlight, man. I hope we eventually get to see it. But my man, shout out to my boy Real. He'll know exactly what I'm referring to, man. When Stu he hit the meanest like ball fake on Rip Hamilton and made him like jump, bro. It was like one of the meanest like he was holding it above his head like he was getting ready to drive or whatever. Then all of a sudden he just like jabbed with his left foot, but held the left ball out there real quick and then pulled that Joker back into that jump shot, and it was like NBN nothing but net, bro. Like he was,
Jeez.
it was ridiculous, bro. Like, and it just showed how much Rip respected him, because Rip was a solid defender. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Another guy that was legit during that stretch, fringe all star caliber type player. Man, like now I'm thinking about it. Rip Hamilton, Jerry Stackhouse, like there were some
Dog.
elite guys that he was like right there, like at the near the top of this crew, man.
And he would be remembered way differently if he was on a different team that could have actually like made a push and made a legacy in the playoffs like the other teams. Like, man,
Man, for sure, bro. Like it's that goes back to our, one of our original concepts, man. We were talking about the legend of the fall offs, man. And as much as like, I respect the other guys we had in there, like Brandon Roy that came eventually, T Mac, Penny, D Rose, Grant Hill. I mean, Mike Red's like, kind of right there in that same boat, bro, as far as
for
like
real.
could have had that impact depending on where he'd have played at. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, man. Catch and shoot, immediate,
Cash.
bro. Like cash. And like you said, this is legit comp in LA, man. Like,
Another fire stat I remember is he held the my bad record for most threes in a quarter until Klay Thompson broke that shit. He had 8 threes in the fourth quarter. Going crazy, bro. Like
mhm.
it's undeniable. Anybody that tries to shit on him is gotta be donkey brain, bro.
Right? Yeah, man. No doubt about it, bro. No doubt about it, man. It's just so disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? To even
Insane.
to even think otherwise. Uh, But I would say, man, for me personally, man, I was even like proudest of him, man, when he was able to make that Olympic team, even though I know that particular squad was somewhat flawed in the way that it was assembled. He was supposed to be like that zone buster, sharpshooter type of role, man. And I hated the fact like they kind of relegated him to that because I'm like, that's really kind of tainting like what his game is fully capable of. But
Yeah.
you putting him out there in a situation like that, man, as the best shooter with a bunch of other guys out there that really weren't like legit shooters that could like help space the floor, man. It was just tough for that team to work, man. It was just poorly assembled. But I'm not gonna fault him as a result of it. It was just poorly assembled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to say that was that 2018, if I remember correctly, that he was on, man. I want to say that was like that one of those bronze teams that he was on. But I hated the fact that he was one of the fall guys for the lack of success of that team.
That's craziness.
Yeah, man. How it is, bro. Like I said, age analytics, man, and just the way that it happens. Somebody's got to take the fall or get a bum ramp as a result of it, man. But nah, Mike was the total package, bro. Like there's not really much he couldn't do on offense, bro. Had a decent handle, could someone facilitate, could literally three level score, could get to the rack, shoot the midi, fade, and obviously the three ball was just ridiculous.
Facts.
Yeah, and I get into debates with some people like periodically, man, when I go to bring him up in conversation, they just be like, "Well, nah, man, he ain't do nothing after he got cashed out." I'm like, "Bro, he got hurt. Like, come on, man." Like, and especially that was like right before, like, that was like still during the stretch where ACLs was like still viewed as like a devastating, potentially career-ending injury. You
For
know what I'm
real.
saying?
And then
And
to keep it real, anybody saying that is a hater because they weren't checking for him in the first place. Like for real, I'm sure there's not even a lot of podcasts talking about him. It might be like some people that really know what they're doing talking about him,
hmm
but some could say we possibly might be doing this because we Columbus kids and we really remember this shit. But
hmm
anybody else saying some other shit is hating, bro. Like anybody that watched him knows what it is. He was a killer, bro.
No doubt, man. You don't make all NBA, man, if you're not like an elite player. I mean, I don't care if it's first, second, or third team.
Facts.
When you're in that kind of company, and there's other guys that are more talented potentially. Like again, we know some of the names that we called off, but you still make an all NBA team ahead of them. All
Yep.
bets are off. Case closed. I don't care what you got to say, man. They put some respect on his name. Period.
It's insane, bro.
Definitely insane, bro. Like, and I hated the way that it faded out for him, man. Like, I was really hoping that last stint, man, when he was out there in Phoenix, he was gonna be able to, somewhat sustain it or just, have a shot at getting the ring, man. But like many others, when you go, especially at the time that he landed in Phoenix, man, that was when they were like a ghost town for players, boy.
Yeah.
you know, kind of
Yeah,
knew it was.
I don't think I had any high hopes for him at Phoenix.
hmm Yeah, yeah, me neither, bro. It's unfortunate though.
I could tell he was just a different player at that point in his career.
No doubt, explosiveness not quite there.
Yeah.
We all know the shots the last thing to go, but especially during that stretch, the shots only gonna save you so much, man. I mean, a jump shot, your ability to be explosive could be the difference between you being a Michael Redd or a Jimmer Fredette. You know what I mean? Like, just the crazy part about the Jimmer Fredettes of the world, they'll cook you, boy. Can't guard his own shadow, but they'll go out there and give you 40 a night, possibly. But can't guard his
For
own damn
real,
shadow.
bro.
And that's what Mike could do too, man. Mike would literally come out there and light you up if you would on your game, bro. Like, look at this dude, man. Turn around, fade, lane, money.
Man,
God, that shot was just so ridiculously awkward to defend. Oh, that's money. Don't leave him open. Cash.
facts. And then, man, last one of the last things I'll say is I think that them like drafting him that low and people
Mm-hmm.
not really being shocked about it. And
Mm-hmm.
then like even how people would like playing while he's playing. I'm sure he took that he had a chip on his shoulder, bro. Like you
Mm-hmm.
can underrate me if you want, bro. And I'm gonna drop this 40 piece on you real quick.
Yeah, because he put in the work on that jump shot. I mean, I remember he was a good scorer, but he couldn't shoot like that at Ohio State or even when he first got to the league. Like he became
Yeah.
a sniper by the time he got cashed out by Milwaukee, man, to start putting in that kind of work. I mean, Mike became a knockdown shooter, bro. Like you couldn't leave this dude open. Look at that. Catch and shoot. Couldn't guard him, bro. Could not guard this dude, bro. It's ridiculous. Cup work. Now I will admit this wasn't against one of the best Laker teams, but still,
Yeah.
still putting in work though, bro. Like against a team now, it's still against a playoff caliber team. Like I know this is the probably one of the least favorite Laker squads of all time, featuring Kobe and Smush and Kwame Brown, but he's still out there.
Man,
He's still out there balling. You know what I mean?
Kobe was spazzing that season. What was this? '06? Kobe was
Yeah,
going crazy.
Kobe was
That was
going crazy.
fun as hell to watch.
I mean, he had no choice though. I mean, outside of Lamar Odom, I mean, he had no reliable help, man. You know.
Facts.
Ah, God, it's funny. I got into a bit of a debate earlier, man, and I hate to throw shade at one of your favorite players, but it's a proven fact, bro. Like, um, obviously the Warriors, man, they're struggling right now, but I'm seeing a big difference in between the way that like people online respond to like Steph going through a struggle with this Warriors team versus like how other guys have gone through like similar struggles and like just have gotten crucified for like kind of like what's going on with Russ up until when them turning it on recently. Like it's like, oh, Russ is patent stance, but it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, nah, he's selfish, blah 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 blah. That's the reason why they ain't winning. You know, versus like with Curry, it's like, nah, he's doing everything that he possibly can, but like it's just the team. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Why crucify Russ but give Curry the break? Like, come on, y'all. I'm like
Man,
I'm like just keep it even. That's all I ask.
to
You know what I
play
mean?
devil's advocate, that Stephen A. Smith of the world would say is because
Mhm.
Steph's got three of them things.
Of course, bro. I mean, you know how Lord knows we've had more than our fair share of debates about how rings impact legacy. Oh God.
Real
You know,
talk.
like and like I always bring up the whole T Mac thing with when going to debates like this, because I'm like, look, y'all, at one point in time, Kobe and T Mac were on a very level playing field. I'm not gonna ever say Mike Red was up there. Mike was in a different class, behind those guys was still very respectable. But the same
Yeah,
concept apply, bro. When you don't have the right kind of help around you, you could be unstoppable offensively and unguardable.
yeah.
But you could drop 60 points a night if you want to. There's still got to be somebody else on that roster that's going to help make up that other 40, or you're not beating the Los Angeles Lakers of the world, or at that point in time, the Spurs or the Pistons, you know what I mean, during that stretch, or whoever else was dominant. You're not beating those teams, man, that could get 20 apiece from three different guys.
Just ask AI, bro.
Oh
But
my God. Best example of that. You know what I mean? Best example. I tell people, they're like, "Oh man, Matt couldn't get out the first round." Oh, no, Mike, they'll be like, "Oh, Mike Red, nah, man, he ain't do nothing, bro. He was just a scorer." And I'm like, bro, like outside of maybe Mo Williams, give me somebody else that he had that was like a legit two. And again, we saw what Mo Williams did when he got to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't people gotta chill with that. Call it for what it is, man. These guys just didn't have the
facts.
right kind of help to like ascend or have a shot at getting a ring.
But hold on now, don't disrespect Ilyasova. I'm joking. Is that who I
I was
just
about to
seen
say,
though?
bro, you better get out of here with the personators they tried to call him. This dude, I don't know how
Yeah.
the hell come on, bro. You might have an argument for Ilyasova now that stretch bigs are highly desirable, but back then that boy was a jump shot and fairly worthless back then.
Man.
you
Yeah,
know,
well,
I
he
probably
had Bogut though, but that's not enough to make noise. I'm not going like, you know what I mean?
right. He had Bogut, but Bogut couldn't stay healthy, and Bogut was no
Yeah.
threat on offense.
Facts. I'm
Yeah,
not giving. I'm really not playing those games because I 100% agree with you, bro.
I was about to say, so if you bring up Charlie Bell, bro, we might have to wrap this show. Oh boy, if you bring up the Charlie Bells of the world, I'm like, dog. I mean,
Hell nah, cause wasn't he on the Sixers?
it, for a hot second, right? Charlie Bell's on the Sixers for a hot
Yeah.
second. Bobby
Cause
Simmons
if
was
I made that argument, then I have to say that he was enough on that Sixers team,
jeez,
and
Bobby
it's not
Simmons.
true.
Come on, bro. Like, I couldn't do that with that squad, bro. If you're out there, man, you about to go up against I don't know. You be gonna go up against the Suns, bro. They got Nash,
Yeah,
Stoudemire, you know what I'm saying? Joe Johnson, Sean Marion during that stretch, bro. You about to go up against them. You mean
crazy.
tell me you got freaking Charlie Bell and Bobby Simmons as your running mates? You're losing, bro.
Yeah,
You're
it's
losing, bro.
over.
Rap. Rap. I don't care who
And
you are.
then two, that's probably why there's not as many highlights as I'd like to see of Mike Redd, just because it wasn't televised. The team wasn't good enough. The
Yeah, man.
market wasn't big enough. Pause.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, bro. That's exactly what it is. I mean, same way with Tracy McGrady, bro. Like you go back, you look at those Orlando highlights. He was doing some ridiculous stuff, but again, the team stunk and they couldn't get on. They were doing good just to get national airtime. You know what I mean? And that's mainly because of the star power of those guys. I'm
Facts.
pretty sure this game right here was probably on the Lakers sports network. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
but yeah, man. Nah. Mike Red was definitely an enjoyable player to watch, man. During that brief stint, man, when he was out there cooking, bro. I'm glad he got Milwaukee took care of him financially, even though he wasn't able to produce much after. He got his contract, but he got his payday, man. You know what I'm saying?
facts. You can't hate on that, man.
Now, 'cause there's many guys that got to the league that were notable, but did not make All Star teams, didn't make All NBA teams, didn't play in the Olympics. Man, that's still one hell of a resume to lean on. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Columbus legend, man. Ohio State legend.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out Mike Red, bro. Salute.
Salute, man. Salute to God, bro. So, well, nonetheless, man, we are going to get ready to call it on that note, man. We wanted to make sure that we pay homage to one of our own, man. Again, one of the greatest to come out of Central Ohio, man. West High School native, Ohio State product, and Milwaukee Bucks former star, man, Mike Red, man. Shout out to the boy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. But the Triangle Offense, we're going to call it on that note, man. Appreciate y'all joining us for another Throwback Thursday episode. And be sure to come check us out next week, man. The playoff race is winding down, so we're going to have more interesting current events, man, to talk about next week. And I'm sure Kevin Love's temper tantrum in Cleveland will be at the top of that list.
That's funny.
Oh, shoot. So, but y'all continue to be safe out there, man. And we're going to holler at y'all next Tuesday.
Peace.
Peace.
Popping in broad day, that's Avi. Flower child from the sun rays, but I run fake, got a punch drunk. My Providence, they don't love us. Step in the
Hey,
tree
cut.
us like an animal. They wonder why we on ape shit. Escaping shit, I'm off the cannabis. Middle fingers in tandem.